Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahushai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahushai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakudash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone Jubel. Salutation to the hopeful elect out there, Iuic to Zadakim, that do this thing that have most truth and sincerity. I'm the priest Shaman. This week's topic is going to be entitled The Pocket Defrauded of the Iuic Revisited. The Pocket, the Iuic Defrauded, Revisited. And video was sent to me from this Israelite page. I guess they just go into exposing some of the stuff that goes on in Iuic. The page is called Iuic Fact Checked. Iuic Fact Check. And now the video was put together about 2 years ago, and I finally heard the story of, forgot his name, man, but they call him the Pocket. Bishop Kanai called him the Pocket. Now, why did he call him the Pocket? Because he saw that brother as look, just you the money guy, and that's what we're gonna use you for. And when that story first broke, of course, you know, Kanai got kicked out, suspended, I believe, but it was fucked up. You know, you had this former, he was known in the world, he's a, you know, pro athlete, very successful, and he was what we would call a secret disciple. Like, he was among the congregation, but as he was going to his video for business purposes, condoning business and stuff, he doesn't put his face on the limelight because he doesn't want to break up business, which is understandable. You know, you'll get ostracized by the world when they find out you do this thing, and you can risk your career, and that's a part of laying your life down. But anywho, you know, he got defrauded. They pretty much was, him and his wife had a business to where they produced garments for the Iuic, and he did a bulk of the investments. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it wasn't good the first 2 years, right? But the third year, you know, he found out, he did some accounting work and found out that Kanai was ripping him off. Now, mind you, this brother was paying for Kanai's house. He was having his wife give him his car. He didn't put a penny down into this particular investment. And at the time, the brother, you know, he really looked up to the bishop, like, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't want these things to be true, but turns out that all the stuff that he was hearing, the slandering, not the slandering side of the people saying like, yo, this guy will fuck you over, he's very manipulative, it turns out he had to see it for himself. And that's the thing was very important about a good name. Now I'm going to read this real quick too. This is a book of Proverbs chapter 20 verse 17. It says, bread of deceit is sweet to a man, but afterwards his mouth shall be filled with gravel. If your mouth was filled with gravel, it's an uncomfortable state to be in. And that money that he accumulated, Kanai, by finessing the brother, at the moment it was sweet, but guess what? A lot of shit, a lot of dirt came out, and that was the Most High too, because basically what happened was, when he found out how much money he was being ripped off by, you know, the thing came down. Like, he just did a video, and he kind of was hasty. He thought the whole Iuic heads knew what was up, but Deacon Malachi, and these are his words, all right, says they didn't know. And now the thing about a good name is, even guys that left Iuic said Deacon Malachi is a stand-up guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to have sincere individuals amongst every camp. You know, even though we get on a lot of these camps, that doesn't mean you have sincere guys. I don't know Malachi personally, but I'm just saying you're going to have sincere Israelites in every group. So he's like, look, I ain't know about that shit, you know? And I'm not supporting what he did. But in the video, he said the head of the Iuic did. So the Iuic reacted, because he was like, yo, basically Malachi was telling the brother, like, look, yo, what he did, that's between you and him, but you shouldn't have burned the bridge with the business, because you was supposed to separate your personal from your business. But it became very hard for him to separate the personal from the business. You can watch that whole series on the Iuic fact page. But long story short, the Iuic retaliation was, look, this coming Passover, don't buy from this guy. And that bankrupted the entire business, because the revelation and all that shit came out just before the Passover was about to take place. So basically the deal didn't fully go through. So you had a bunch of people that wanted refunds. Here it is, he already spent 200Ks on garments or what have you, the fabric and stuff like that. And the moment they said don't shop from them, that collapsed the business. Even when they was trying to hash things out, make it cool, at the end of the day, if the order was put out, don't wear that garment, even if you were like, you know what, I'm gonna still shop with them to support the sister, you don't want to be ostracized amongst the group. So it collapsed their business, and he was left holding the bag the whole time. Kanai was living free, doing renovations in the house that the brother paid for Kanai for, and this guy was on fucking food stamps. So this is what I talked about in that last lesson, man, about being charitable. You want to be charitable, but you don't want to be a fucking sucker, man. You know, and you don't want to make brothers feel like they suckers. So it was just a fucked up situation. Scripture says in Proverbs 13:11, it says, wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. Yeah, wealth gathered by vanity, you know, and that shit ultimately is vanity. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, prevention is better than cure. I've been in the truth 14 years. I've been with Great Millstone 13 years. I only got 2 garments, bro. You know what I'm saying? This idea of, you know, every year we got to get a brand new garment, you know, that's the 2017 color, and this is the, you know, they was doing like 3,000 garments per Passover service. You know, even if that's like, let's say you do $50 average, $50 per garment, it's $150K. $75 a garment is $225,000. So that's a lot of money. So, you know, at that point, it's just like, you know, those fancy garments aren't necessary. And at the end of the day, the wickedness that did go down, because that man did get defrauded, and he could have went about that course differently. He could have sought a bit more counsel. But what happened was, you had other brothers that were legit defrauded. You had guys in the IUIC said, look, I know I'm about to fuck my business up. I know they're about to slander me, but this fucks with my morality, what's going on here. And it did. And he heard Kanai say shit like, yo, I want to bring his business to zero. I want him washing cars or some shit like that. So when he heard that, he's like, damn, ain't this wicked? Like, how we dealing like that? I get that he's not with us no more, but how we trying to destroy this man like this? So when he heard that, he's like, oh shit, well, this dude is capable of doing something like that. So that's how come, you know, the spirit got on him to sort out in the whole madness in that shit. But you know, that dude Kanai did that brother dirty. He just calling him the pocket. Like, what kind of shit is that? You know? Why you can't call him the help or something like the pocket? Damn. Proverbs 10:2. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivereth from death. Yeah, so that dude Kanai, Bishop Kanai, he got a bunch of shit, man. He like, yo, he was showing some of them. This guy was pulling out 6,000, 10,000 for personal uses and shit like that. Meanwhile, you're not fucking working. The brother gave you 30K because you said no job will take you. Man, what kind of shit is that, bro? I don't want to work, but you're gonna have to pay for my living. That shit is crazy. As a man, you should want to fucking work, man. But I'm pretty sure they pull the scriptures on a bishop should be one wife and all that type of shit. Not the scriptures of shit, but that type of finesse. Man, that's why the Most High broke it up. Leviticus 19:11. Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another. Yeah, and that's the thing about a good report. Like, when you have a good report amongst the brethren, if anything come against you, people are gonna say, well, wait a minute, that brother wouldn't do that. That don't fit his characteristics. But if you have a constant report of doing this bullshit, that bullshit, when it pops up, you're like, yo, man, I heard that too. And that's what fueled that brother to do that video and put that shit out on Facebook. Because basically everything he was going through and kind of bottled up, he found out that Kanai did that to other dudes and demonized them and shit like that. So basically he uses power to finesse. And there's a lot of bullshit that goes on in IUIC. But like I said, prevention is better than cure. Instead of having subscription for garments and shit like that, you can make your own garment. You know, you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Every year, we want to rock this color, and it's all for fucking show, man. It's all for show. This thing should be about sincerity. Who cares about the lavish garments, man? It should be primarily about the word. But that's the thing with the IUIC. It's a lot of appearance, and that's what that dude Malachi was saying on the phone a lot. It makes us look bad. This makes us look. It's all about how things look and shit. Instead of collapsing that brother's business, yeah, they both was hasty. He was hasty with the video and jumping to conclusion, and IUIC was hasty with their reaction by destroying this man's business. This man's out hundreds of thousands of dollars he can't recoup, and future potential business opportunities because again, he was a famous football player, and that was sort of his marketing thing. But now when you type in his name, it pops up with the pocket. And that's how, you know, money around the wrong people, man, could really bring out the evilness in them, man. And you know, in Great Millstone, look, we have a brother that played in the NFL, same thing, very, you know, prominent player and a Super Bowl winner, right? But we didn't, you the pocket, you made all that money in the NFL, you gotta get, we don't act like that. Brothers don't think like that. Man, my garment costs $20, man. You know? A brother put together, hey, I got a little patch here, you can put this on for me. $20 or $25, something very, I can't even remember it, man. You know? Reading on, let me see. Psalms 37 and 21. And this is the thing too that pissed the brother off, was Kanai invested $0 into this particular business, but all of a sudden became 50% owner of the business without telling him. But he never paid the man back. He said, I'm gonna pay you back, I'm gonna pay you. I'm out, in my head, I'm like, all right, how is he gonna pay you back if one, he doesn't work, and two, he doesn't know how to invest? He doesn't do the investing himself. He doesn't know how to make money become more money. He just knows how to borrow from those that know how to do it and manipulate. But this is what the scriptures say about that, man. This is the book of Psalms 37 and 21. It says, the wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth. Right? So my whole thing is this. There's a difference between, I'm in a jam, I need this, and I'm gonna pay you back such and such date. I had a wicked ass nigga defraud me in the world, man. I hate the feeling. And it wasn't even about the money. It's just like, why tell me something and not do it, and then change the shit? It pisses you off, bro. And that was minuscule dollars. Imagine hundreds of thousands. Like, I'm gonna pay you back this, I'm gonna pay you back that. Come to find out, not only did you not pay me back, but you slandering my name and blocked me out of my own business. So of course the brother's gonna have an emotional, knee-jerk sort of reaction, man, especially when you just find out you've been vouching for a guy and shit, and you find out, damn, you're not the only one, but it's happened to several people. So you're supposed to pay a man back. You know, if you say you're gonna pay a man back, pay him back. All right? Pay him back. Nobody forgets they owe people, bro. And nobody, typically, that's like a general saying. When you owe people money, you remember that shit. Especially if you're dealing with tens of thousands, thousands of dollars and stuff, you're gonna remember that. But it's not about the money. It's really about being about your word, bro. It's about being about your word. I don't give a fuck, it's $10. I pay you back $10. Pay the man $10. Don't be like, that's what that dude did in the world, man. I lent him some money. He said my world name is just this. I'm like, bro, what do you know it's not about bread, bro. It's the fact that you said you was gonna pay me back about this time, that time. I lend money all the time, dude. I don't like that. I really do not like that shit, man. That shit pisses me off. If you're gonna say you're gonna do something, just do it. If not, just say, I can't pay it back. But you know what this dude's problem in the world was? Very similar to the Iuic. He loves to appear flashy, okay? Driving around in this car, constantly posting status like he got it. But come to find out, you can't pay a man back a couple of dollars you borrowed. But it's all about appearances to people. So the Iuic, when I say, and it's true, when you a big member like the dude Kanai was, it does look like the entire leadership is like that, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's true, because they ain't know. But again, like, you got to think about, if I fuck up or do something, I'm representing my entire congregation, especially if I'm a prominent leader and people look up to me. With great power come great responsibilities. In the words of Ben Parker, Uncle Ben. All right, so this says Luke 8 and 11. But the scriptures do say, to whom much is given, much is required. So Luke 8 and 17, for nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest. It says, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Right? So all that stuff that they try to keep in secret, all the dirt this dude was doing, it came to light. Now, I don't know what became of the pocket. I kind of feel fucked up calling him now. I just don't remember his Hebrew name. But even he was kind of like, damn, like, how you just call me the pocket? Like, you know, it kind of fucked him up. Like, he's like, that's all I'm known as now. Even then they search me in the world, like, the pocket. It's just like, damn, you know? And I think Nate's response was, you know, yeah, you know, Kanaya's going to be back. He thought it was some sort of agent provocateur thing to break up the... Nah, you just have wicked niggas. You just have, in certain groups, certain people, you're just going to have wicked dudes, man. And it's your job to not be a respecter of persons, man, you know, and issue the same judgment according to the scriptures upon decisions. But it's like they gave that dude a pardon, man. Yeah, he'll be back, and who knows what became of that situation from there. But yep, don't defraud, you know. Actually, let me go to this real quick before I close out. It's in the book of Sirach 41. I just can't remember what verse. I'm there now. It speaks about a good name. Oh, here it is. 41 and 13. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 41 and 13. A good life hath but few days, but a good name endureth forever. So that's why it's very important to have a good name. Again, not just in the truth, but how you deal with people in the world. Okay? It does matter. You know, it does matter. Like a good report could do a lot for you. Could vouch for you. Could vouch for your character and everything, and deliver you to a particular situation. So with that, I hope brothers are edified. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Kodash. That belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the hopefully elect out there. You Akim to Zadakim that do this thing there most truth and sincerity. Shalom.